Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I wanted to answer this question and also, again, raising concerns into the gaming industry because I feel that the gaming industry is getting too much money. When you look at a lot of video games today, it's like, fam, you don't need the amount of money that you're asking for. You need the price, like, of course, that you give out for the game. Like, you need that. And of course, millions of people are going to see whatever game that you're selling, especially if it's coming from a big company. They're gonna see that, they're gonna buy it. You guys are going to make money regardless, all right? Because when you sit down and think about it, right? Let's say if I have a video game and this video game is through EA Games, right? You got it where they're going to be promoting this game on the internet, so let's say, for an example, if they leave that up to me, they leave it up to me to promote the game. So of course I'm coming out with trailers, I'm coming out with gameplay videos, and I'm not just going to be posting them on one platform. I'm posting them on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. I'm trying to think of some other platforms out there. Gonna be doing Twitch streams, TikTok streams, Kick streams. And when you sit down and think about that amount of revenue that's gonna be coming in, that's a lot of money, all right? Especially if it's a big game on top of that. That's a lot of money, all right? So then on top of that, let's not even include the amount of content creators, because there's going to be some content creators where they get special privileges, they get beta codes, they get early access. So of course, I'm going to be sending, if I'm a video game developer or publisher or whatever, I'm going to be sending these beta codes out, or early access codes out to big creators. So let's say I send it to Kai Cenat, I send it to what's that guy's name, like Jinx Z or something like that. So he's like a new Twitch streamer that's been blowing up. Him. Who else? Let's say I send out a code to PewDiePie, Markiplier. I'm trying to think of some other guys. Yeah, I'm sending it out to like the big dogs of content creating, right? Like, let's say I somehow, some way get Charlie D'Amelio to do a TikTok of herself playing the game. Like, I get everybody into this game, right? But what sense does it make to do all of that promotion, make it seem like that this is the greatest game? If I got all these big time content creators to play it, what sense does it make to have it where I have it where you guys spend, let's say that the game be, because it's going to be a next gen game and stuff, $69.99. I charge you guys $69.99 to play this game, but then the game also got microtransactions. So on top of you guys buying the game, and then there might be, let's say if there's like special editions of the game, right? So there's the standard edition, there's the deluxe edition, then there's the ultimate edition, and then there's the collector's edition, where it's like it comes with the t-shirt, the hat, and a bunch of other, stuff like a sticker, bobblehead, So but you guys, y'all go out and you pre-order it. You're buying up all these different sold out and all these different stores, buying up copies left and right. Like, you guys, y'all bought this game. No, I'm not saying that you guys bought, like, you bought capital, like every letter, okay? Like all caps, bought this game, right? And then you buy it, you download it, you're getting ready to play it, but then the game got microtransactions. What sense does that make? So, recently, a game came out. It's called Dragon's Dogma 2, I believe. I think that's how it's that. Dogma? I don't know, bruh. But anyways, game's called Dragon Dogmas 2, I believe. And from what I've heard, the game is, I believe it is $69.99. Hold on for a second. Let me, yeah, because I looked it up. Dragon's Dogma 2, $69.99. And then they got the deluxe edition. Then they got this Boon for Adventurers New Journey pack. So it's like a DLC, I believe. It's like, these are like sounds. What is it, music? I think this is no. Well, regardless, people don't like it. Yeah, it's pretty much these. Oh, so they was like including a special camping kit, the items that in this set will make settings out on your adventure all the more enjoyable. But the thing is this though, who asked for this kit? Who asked to spend money on a kit? You know what I'm saying? Like, why can I not just play the game? I feel like that they're taking away. And that's why probably a lot of people look at video games nowadays easy, because they don't have like no real work being put into the game. Now, I'm not saying they the developers behind this Dragon Dogma 2 game, like, they didn't put no real work behind it. From what I've seen, it looks interesting, but at the same time, it's like, you're not making the challenge in the game fun. Like, I would rather go out, find a camping kit, rather than, oh, let me go and buy this just so it can be given to me in the game. No, bruh, I want to have it where things is done the old-fashioned way. Like, remember back on the PlayStation 2, and I mean, even, yeah, with Xbox 360, yeah, I seen where they had, like, DLCs and stuff, but they didn't get money hungry with the DLC. A DLC felt like a DLC back then. But let's go back to PlayStation 2, right? So, when a video game came out, like, let's say Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, for an example, right? Remember how big that game was? Remember all the different things that you could do? You sit down, you play that game, you get lost with that game, bro. That's why I had to say that was one game that I never did get a chance to beat, just because of how much stuff I was doing in that game, bro. I actually had fun playing that game, going around just doing a bunch of different random stuff, because there were so many different things to do. And then on top of that, you got like where these fun missions and all this stuff. And I was like, man, this game, it was mad fun back in the day. Mad fun. And then you look at it, like, then as you get older and then you see some of these games and it's like, bro, what happened to like these PlayStation 2 style games? Whatever happened to those types of games? Why is it that every game nowadays, it's like it gets filled with microtransactions, all these unnecessary amounts of DLCs, what else? Oh, the countless updates that they're constantly giving out. Like, why can we not just get a game that works properly? Like, what is it that you guys, because my thing is this, if I'm coming out with a video game, right, and this video game is broken, it's like, it got all these bugs, it got all this, okay, then I'm starting from scratch. I'm starting all the way from the beginning. I'm like, no, let me make a game that's in that style of a PlayStation 2, one of them classic-like games, and then let me work from there. And then eventually at some point in time, give you guys a modern day game. But it's crazy how, like, you see some developers where they'll do that. They'll give you a classic looking game. Like, there's this racing game that I've been having my eyes on, and I probably am going to get it at some point in time, but it's a classic looking game. It looks like a game that came out years ago, like when I was a kid, but it's a game that just recently came out. And it's crazy how, like, you can look at, so you'll see even when some people where they'll do that, they'll, like, streamers or content creators, you see where they'll play a game for the first time in years, and even with myself, just recently, I went out, I got me an Xbox 360, I also had went and got my PlayStation 3 back from my sister, so I got like a bunch of PlayStation 2 and 3 games, and fam, I can, like, seeing that difference in video games, like, from back then all the way up until now, it's like, fam, what went wrong? That's something I would have to ask the gaming industry. What went wrong? Because it's confusing. It's confusing how you guys went from some of the top selling games where it was worth it standing out in a line all night, waiting for the stores to open up so you could get that first copy. Now it's like, okay, well, if I like the game, I'll keep it. If I don't, I'm getting my money back, because I'll buy the game digitally off of Xbox, Steam, or PlayStation and play it within them. And so, that's something that I have noticed, because I'm like, some games, they'll do that. They'll have it like where it's an early access release, because Call of Duty, they'll do that. They'll have like this early access release, right? Have it where you don't put all this time into the game, playing the story, trying to get the achievements and all that stuff, and then when the game fully comes out, then that's when you'll see all the different bugs and the problems that it has, but it's too late. You already done had the game for 2 weeks, you already done put over 2 hours into the game, because I know for a fact they're not gonna come out with no story that's under 2 hours. But why won't, alright, so my question is this, talking to Activision, why won't you guys do some stuff where it's like, hey, when the game fully comes out, like, you are getting this early access play right now, but when the game fully comes out and then you play it and you don't like it, you are allowed to get your money back. Why can't you guys not do no stuff like that? Because they know that they will not make no money off of that game. Because my thing is this, compare the amount of people that went out and bought the original Modern Warfare series, Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3, compare that and compare it to the sales of the video game, not all the extra stuff that comes with the video game, the sales of the video game. I guarantee and I promise you it's not going to be the same sales that people were that like how much it was back in the day with the original Modern Warfare series. But this new Modern Warfare series, I'm like, fam, it don't hit like the original. It doesn't, not at all. I'm like, fam, when I remember playing the original Modern Warfare games. I played Modern Warfare, so I ended up playing Modern Warfare 1 like years later and stuff, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the multiplayer. I thought it was really good. And then I remember back years ago when I did originally get my my other Xbox 360, and I remember the very first Call of Duty I played was Black Ops. Amazing. All right, couldn't get no better than that. But at some point in time, my friends, I remember them telling me that Modern Warfare 2 is really good. And I remember seeing the trailer for that game, and I was like, oh, this game does look good. You know, I remember it because it was funny because I remember asking for that game to get on the PlayStation, but my mom didn't get it because games were too expensive back then. I'm trying to think, was it $49.99 or $59.99? I can't remember how much it cost, but overall, though, yeah, it was cheaper than what they asking for today for video games and stuff. But when you look at like the Call of Duty games back then, like look at the amount of content that they gave you. You know, like if we're talking like the OG Black Ops, you had the campaign, you had multiplayer, and you had zombies, and you had a gang of maps that you could play on multiplayer. You had did they have multiple maps on Black Ops? I can't remember. It's been a while since I played zombies on there, but anyways, and then they had campaign. Campaign was really good. I don't think there was ever a time back then where Call of Duty came out with a bad campaign. Call of Duty, the original Modern Warfare series, fam. When I played Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3 in the recent years, because I was like, that was like a challenge I was doing for myself, was playing the older Call of Duties and beating them and stuff. So not recently, but like, what was it, maybe last year, a couple of years ago, I played Modern Warfare 1, beat it, had the most amount of fun with it, and then eventually went out, bought Modern Warfare 2, thought that was really good, got Modern Warfare 3, and I was like, fam, this series is amazing. Now, let's talk on the new Modern Warfare series. I went out, I bought Modern Warfare 1. It was good. I'll say that it was a good game. I'll say that I was like, it was a new game that came out, and I'm like, you know what? I could appreciate this. They got Warzone, they got multiplayer, they got that co-op mode, and the story. The story was amazing. Co-op, I played the crap out of it. Multiplayer was alright. Didn't really play too much of it, but I thought it was alright. And then Warzone, I'm like, bruh, what did you guys just do? Y'all just literally came out with the best battle royale of all time. But eventually, it got to a point where it's all like, you know, you look at games like Fortnite, for an example, and you see all the content that comes with that game, and you see all the different things that they're doing with that game, and it's funny because people try to get on them about that, saying it ain't even Fortnite anymore. That's good. Because I feel like if they still would have been trying to push out the same stuff that they were doing back in 2017 with that game, the game wouldn't be successful like how it is today. And I love the fact that they have it where it's like now the fans can come up with their own games. And it seems like that's usually what it has to take. It usually has to take indie developers or fans to do something creative with a video game. Because when I see some video games, I'm like, bruh, that's not like these AAA titles, these popular games. I'm like, man, that's not fun. That's not fun at all. You see where they take away so many different things in these newer games, and I'm like, you take away so many things, and then you ask for more money. When I'm like, bruh, I went out talking on Forza Motorsport, all right? Forza is probably one of my favorite racing games of all time. Like Forza Motorsport 3 and 4, those are my two favorite racing games of all time. I went out, I bought both of those games recently, right? And then hold on, let me just see how much I spent on these two games. So Forza Motorsport 3, like at this old retro game store that I've been shopping at, Forza Motorsport 3 was $9.99, and then Forza Motorsport 4 was $13.99. I got two games, bruh. Two games, okay? Under, like $30, alright? Far under the price of the new Forza. The new Forza cost $69.99. Now, luckily, I didn't have to pay money for that game because I have the Xbox Game Pass. But if I didn't have the Xbox Game Pass, fam, I had to spend $70 on that game. And guess what? It does not come with the amount of content that Forza Motorsport 3 and 4 come with. Forza Motorsport 3 and 4 Excuse me, because my nose is a little stuffy and stuff. But anyways, Forza Motorsport 3 and 4, they got the career mode. The career mode is very extensive. Then they got the eventless mode, very extensive. So they made sure of it. They gave you enough single player game. Fam, it took me, I have both, when I remember, because I think I got Forza Motorsport 3 like maybe sometime before 4 had came out. I remember I did play a lot of it, but I had those games for a long period of time. I never did get a chance of beating those games. So then Forza Motorsport, the new one comes out. I pretty much beat the campaign because they don't have like no new career or like the career missions or track races and things. They don't have no more. So now they have like this like weekly like seasonal type races that you can do and stuff. But eventually at some point in time those things disappear. You're charging more money for the old Forzas that came out years ago that was like, what, 40? Let's just see how much Forza Motorsport 3 cost when it originally came out. Forza Motorsport 3 retail price when released. When was it released? They don't have like a thing, release date. The regular 59 is, so they said, so there's a post that actually, or an article that shows like Shaq News, shout out to Shaq News, but they're letting you know Forza Motorsport will be available in North America on October 27th. Published by Microsoft, announced this morning, the regular $59.99 game is said to pack more than 400 cars on over 100 tracks. Fam. And with a $79.99 GameStop exclusive limited collector's edition providing players with even more vehicles, access to VIP level perks and kits, plus a real life 2GB USB thumb drive. That's something that they was like, oh, it comes with a 2009 Aston Martin DBS, 2009 Chevrolet Corvette ZR1, 2007 Ferrari 430 Scuderia, I think, Lamborghini Gallardo Super Leggera, and Porsche 911 GT3 RS. I'm saying, and then it's like, oh, then they got like some other cars that it comes with, and I'm like, fam, they give you all of these different things, but what about the new Forza, which barely gives you anything? I'm telling you, man, it really trips me out how the gaming industry, they're asking for so much money with their games, and I'm like, you're not giving us the same games, or not, maybe not the same games, but you're not giving us more. You're literally taking away stuff, and then it's like, oh, we'll add a season pass, and if you don't complete the season pass in time, then yeah, you don't get the extra material, even though there's like thousands of video games that's out right now that everybody's playing. You got Helldivers, you got Call of Duty, you got all these different games that's out, and we're supposed to play all of these games and try to unlock all this stuff. I'm like, man, that's crazy. So, but anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode, and peace.